Hi everybody and welcome back. This is our course overview video in which I want to show you a few key components of our course and how to find the work that you need to do, where you'll submit the work, and where you'll post your discussions. So this is our home page, and if you'll see here across the top there are a number of tabs that link to certain areas of our course. The first place I want to show you is the content section. Like I said in the last video, the content section is going to be where our course lives, and basically you want to think about it chronologically. So the table of contents will take you down through the course. So the start here is its own subheader because there are a couple of activities that I'm asking you to do before Friday, our first due date. So we'll come back to that in a second. The rest of the table of contents has course information, course materials, syllabus and major assignment prompts, and then our 3 modules. I like to think of modules as units in that they build on each other, and each module is kind of self-contained at the same time. So it has all of the homework assignments and activities kind of nestled within these larger subheaders. So I'll show you that as well. But let's start with the course information. This is kind of a nice place to start if you want to kind of orient yourself to the course. We have a course intro here, which I'll show you really quickly. It basically just kind of gives you the course description from the UA course catalog. And our course is basically this, building on the close reading, focused research, and reflective writing done in 101. English 102 emphasizes the skills of rhetorical analysis, research, persuasion, reflection, and revision. It is designed to help students learn to write for varied audiences and situations, find and evaluate sources, and make critically aware decisions about how to best achieve their purposes at the university and beyond. So a more immediate goal of this course is to prepare you for further research and writing in your future fields of academic work. So that's there for you. It's also in the syllabus, along with the next thing I want to show you, which is the course description and the student learning objectives. Now, these student learning objectives are going to be really critical throughout the semester as touchstones. We're going to be going back to these again and again as we think about how the assignments and activities that we're doing relate back to these goals and outcomes, or what we hope that you do or are able to do by the time you leave our courses here in the writing program. So the first goal is rhetorical awareness. If you're not entirely sure what that is, that's okay. That's why you're here. We will get into that. Goal 2 is critical thinking and composing. Goal 3 is conventions, which we'll also talk about. Conventions have to do with all of the ways that a genre adheres to certain criteria. So mechanics, usage, citation practices, structure, style, design, all of that is going to be related to conventions of writing. And then the 4th goal is reflection and revision, which is also a key part of our course. Now, the last thing on the course information subheader that I want to show you is my bio. If you click on that, you can read a little bit more about me, and you can also see my contact information on the right-hand side. So that should be a helpful page for you to remember if you are looking for my information and can't find it. Other things here are just kind of posted in every online course, so policies and support, tech requirements, and help if you need help with that. The next section that I want to show you is course materials. We went over this in the last video. Here's where you can find your textbooks. So that's basically course materials. I've also posted links to a user guide and Google Drive help pages in case you've never used Google Drive before. Now, syllabus and major assignment prompts. You're probably wondering, what is this course about? What am I going to be doing in this class? And why am I here? So this course materials page is where the syllabus and major assignment prompts page is where you're going to be able to see all that information. If you click on the link, it'll take you to our syllabus. And this syllabus is a living document, meaning that you and your colleagues and I will be interacting on it in this first week. So as you're reading through it, one of the activities is going to require you to post a comment or a question. So you'll see here my own pop-out box here that says, hello, this is what a comment will look like. So throughout the week, you'll see your colleagues and myself interacting with and writing all over this document as we go through it and read it. You'll see that it's structured just like any course syllabus you may have seen in the past. It has my instructor information here, the course description, which we already went over, as well as the course goals, and the required texts and supplies. So these are all things we've already talked about. The rest of the syllabus is what we'll go over during this first week as one of our activities. But I just want to show you towards the end of the syllabus, you'll see our course calendar. Here is the calendar where you can go and look kind of as a master document to kind of see what's going on every day. And so these are the assignments that are going to be due on this day. So in other words, this Friday, these are going to be the activities that are due. Some of them are very short and some of them are a little bit longer, but what I like to do, because even though I'm teaching this course online, I'm a little bit old-fashioned, I like to print out a copy so I can follow along and cross things off in pen as I do them. It's very rewarding. So you can do that if you want to, or you can look at it here. But basically that's our syllabus. Our major assignment prompts are also living documents, and those are also found in this same folder. And if you click on the link, you'll be taken to the assignment sheet, which has all the information about what the assignment parameters are and the requirements, as well as some important due dates. And at the end, there will be a grading rubric that's kind of a checklist. So each of our major assignments will have that. And this is also going to be a document that you'll read later this week. So I just want to show you where it is. Okay. Now, the last thing I want to show you today is the modules. Okay, so basically the modules are here, here, and here. We have 3 units in our class. So if you click on the module, you'll see here along the left-hand side all of the due dates. And that is what DD means. So that's an abbreviation for due date. So due date 2, preparing for research, due date 3, fine-tuning, due date 4, blah, 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 etc., and all the way down to due date 11, which is when you'll submit your final project. Now, all of the due dates, as you'll see, we'll click on the second one, have a deadline here that I've already set up, so you'll be able to see that. And basically, within each due date, you want to think about a due date as having little due dates within the major due date. So this is all the work that's due on January 19th, in other words, here. So you'll see homework 1, so due date 2, homework 1, DD2, HW1 is what that means. You'll be exploring topics for your first project. You'll be looking at peer review and thinking about your own experiences with peer review. You'll start your project workspaces, things like that. So that's basically what each due date looks like, and basically you can click through and read things, and then you'll submit to where you need to based on what the assignment is asking for. So all of the due dates are listed here. If you're in the 197B workshop class, in other words, if this is your first writing course at the University of Arizona, that homework will be listed underneath the major or the more major folder. So there's like a folder and a subfolder here. Okay, so in terms of getting started with our course, you want to click on Start Here, which is due date 1. Okay, so due date 1, homework 1, the first thing that you're going to do is introduce yourself, because I want to know who you are, and I'm sure you want to know who each other is as well. So what you'll do is you'll read through these instructions. I've given you the purpose of the assignment, how long it should take you, how much it's worth, 10 points, and SLO, which is a student learning outcome. Those are related to the goals and the outcomes that I showed you on the course information page over here. So basically, here's what you do. You're going to upload, post, and reply. So when I ask you to post, that means I want you to post it to the discussion board. So if you go up here to discussions, you'll be able to see here the discussion board. So what I'm asking you to do for this first one is to start with your name and a preferred name and your preferred gender pronoun. That way I'll know what you prefer to be called and how you prefer to be addressed, which is something we should all respect and be aware of with each other. And so I'm also asking you to talk about the ways you manage your time, where you do your best work. You can even post a picture of your workspace if you want to. What environment and time management strategies are important to your success, and make sure to include hyperlinks or screenshots. Make this your own. And then you're going to reply to at least 2 classmates and say hi and kind of talk to them about, what they said in their post. So you'll click on it there, and then you will go down here to start a new thread. This is where you can put in information, let's see. Like that. And then you'll want to click post. It will automatically subscribe you to the thread so that you'll see when other people respond to you, and you can go in and read their responses. So I'm not obviously going to post that. But anyway, back to content. Okay, so that's basically how you go. When I have an instruction here that says post, you'll go into the discussion board and post there. You'll also be completing a survey this week, commenting on the syllabus, which I already talked about using that comment feature. You'll do a map of your weekly schedule and submit that using this calendar worksheet here. And then you'll take a look at our first project using that comment feature as well, and look ahead to the last project. And the reason we're doing that is so you can kind of see where we're going to end up at the end of the course and how we're going to move backwards to get us back there. So that's going to be what you're going to be doing for this week, just kind of going through here. If you're in 197, you have 2 additional activities, which I will talk about if you're in that group later. So, okay, assignments here is the tab where you can actually submit your work. You'll see here you can submit your final projects here. Obviously, we're not there yet. But Module 1, you can see due date 1, homework 4. The only thing you actually have to submit here is going to be your weekly schedule. And so you can see here that there's another one for due date 2, 3, 4, and onward. So this goes through the whole semester. And then I obviously already showed you the discussion tab as well. Grades. Here, 1 second. Grades is going to be the section where you can actually see your grades and feedback. When I get to that point, and when we get to that point where you have feedback to look at and reflect on, I'll show you how to get there. So just so you know it exists and it's there, that might be good for you to know. The last thing is our shared G Drive folder. That is where I'm going to be putting all of the documents that are going to be linked in content, like our syllabus, our assignment prompts, our schedule, sign-up sheets for certain things, all of the documents that I create. And also documents that you create will be in this shared folder. You don't have to do anything with it yet, but just know that that is going to be the space where we will collaboratively work on documents. So that's everything I have for now. I guess this video is a little longer than I wanted it to be, so I'm sorry. I'll try to make my next one much shorter. But I did want to make sure that you had a really good introduction to the course and felt confident in moving forward. So like I said, the first thing to do is go to that content section, go to due date number 1, and just start working your way through the couple of assignments that are due this Friday. So thanks again, guys. I will see you in a little while. I'll be in the introductions thread, kind of commenting on and reading your posts. So you'll see me there.